Hey everyone, today we're diving into the world of retro gaming with the Anbernic RG28XX. This tiny handheld emulator promises to bring back the nostalgia of classic games, and with a recent update it now supports Nintendo DS games via Drastic. But at just under $60, is this tiny little handheld pocket rocket the best of the market? We'll compare it to another handheld in this price range and discuss firmware options. Let's see if it lives up to the hype. Before we dive into the full review, special shout out to GeekGoo for supplying the handheld here for review. Now please know that receiving this through them has no impact on my opinion of the device, and no money has exchanged hands either. Now if you want to check out some other devices, they do have other devices for sale such as the Miyoo A30, and we'll draw some comparisons to this device as well. Any relevant affiliate links can be found below. First up, let's talk about the design and build quality. The RG28XX is incredibly compact, measuring just 12.5 by 5.6 and 2 centimeters tall. Now, weighing only 186 grams, despite its small size, it feels solid and well built. The 2.83-inch IPS screen with a resolution of 640 by 480 offers good visibility from most angles and decent brightness, though it can be a bit challenging to see in direct sunlight at max. I chose the Inmate Orange color variant, however it is also available in transparent black, gray, and SNES or beige white. Now, the buttons are extremely small, however I found that even though my thumb can cover all of them at once, there is a decent separation on the buttons, and if I'm playing older titles that only require 2 buttons, I can comfortably place my thumb over the 2. When holding down in Castlevania X, we can see that the character will turn to the left and right when the bottom arrow is rocked. Now it does seem to happen more consistently with the left side for me triggering it, although this is under extreme rocking. I didn't really find it to be an issue in platforming accurate games, however your mileage may vary. Now the shoulder buttons are in line with the R1 and L1 buttons being pretty clickable from any angle, and the others are raised to have a tactile difference and are just as clicky. Now on the bottom we have 2 SD card slots, a headphone jack, along with the right side we have a power and reset button. Up top we have a Type-C charger, but it's not of good quality. You'll need a slow trickle charger for it to accept, unfortunately. You will not be able to use a modern fast charger with this. Thankfully there is an HDMI port to make up for it with wireless connectivity, and the tiny button up there is their quick button menu for emulator controls and fast forward, screenshots, save states, things like that. Finally on the left is the volume rocker that controls the dreadful mono speaker. Speaking very briefly about the unboxing experience, there is none. You get the console, a booklet, and a small cable. Getting into performance, the RG28XX is powered by a quad-core ARM H700 Cortex-A53 CPU and a dual-core Mali G31MP2 GPU. Now it's paired with 1GB of LPDDR4 memory. This little device can handle a surprising range of emulators from N64 to Dreamcast and even PSP games. I found that when playing heavier PSP titles, there was some stuttering, especially in the opening scene of Castlevania X. Now this did not appear to improve over time or even after the newest firmware update. Moving to DS games, performance is actually not too bad, even in more demanding titles. However, the screen size makes it near impossible to view both screens easily at once, and no touch support makes it a miserable experience if you need dual screens and touch access. Otherwise, lesser powered and earlier consoles run much smoother with some light upscaling. Looking at N64, we are technically able to run a lot of games at full rate, but you're often hobbled by a lack of joystick. Now, playing GoldenEye and other similar games like that are just out of the question here. However, Mario Kart is kind of quite fun. One of the standout features of this micro handheld is its portability. With 3100 mAh battery, you can get a claimed 6 to 8 hours of battery life out in a single charge. It's perfect for gaming on the go, whether you're commuting or relaxing outside. Obviously, when playing more demanding consoles though, you'll get the lesser end of that battery life claim. Now, elaborating more on the portability, it is one of the most simple devices to have anywhere. Pants pocket, jacket pocket, backpack, purse, handbag, you name it. Namely, I keep this in my bedside drawer as a quick go-to handheld to play for a couple of minutes at a time. The RG28XX has a few custom firmware options available, such as MinUI and Cannoli. Now these options enhance the user interface and overall experience, and although I haven't used either, they did bring Nintendo DS to the handheld first via Drastic. Now this is kind of redundant now because the official firmware released by Anbernic now includes and supports DS emulation, so really any reason to go to the other is just less and less. The device I received was a few updates behind, however, updating is relatively straightforward. You'll need to copy and paste the link that they provide on their site into a new tab and follow the download from there. Once you have it, you'll have to either extract the 64 gig or 16 gig option and pick your SD size accordingly here. You'll need to extract the image file within the respective folder. Once you have that, load up Rufus or another image writer tool and let it work its magic. Of note, there is an exe of Rufus included in the firmware, and although I'm sure it's perfectly safe, I would always advise getting your own copy from a known source. Also, another important thing to note is that the firmware provided does include ROM, so obviously that is in the legal gray zone. However, I was unable to find a download for just the OS. When comparing this device to others, the obvious comparison is the Miyoo A30. Now, this is of similar price, and although slightly cheaper at times, it does benefit from having an analog stick, which is sorely missed on the RG28XX, especially for PS1 and N64 games. Now, they both have the same size and resolution screen, but when speaking to power, the Miyoo A30 is reportedly a little weaker than the Anbernic, with it struggling in N64 and PSP titles, which is quite funny because the former has a joystick and while the latter does not. Surely a case of mistaken identity. Now, no matter which handheld you choose, GeekGoo does offer both for sale. Please do check them out. Now, if you made it this far, let's break down the pros and cons. Now, for the pros, it's compact and portable, it has good build quality, wide range of emulators supported, decent battery life, and with the recent update brings DS emulation and more. Now, cons, it does have a small screen size, which might not be ideal for everyone. The trigger buttons can be a bit awkward to press, especially if you're trying to use both in the same game. Now, limited custom firmware options don't really make meaningful changes here. The vibration motor is a little obtuse, and it's not really suited for people with large hands, and there is no joystick. And there it is, the Anbernic RG28XX, and if you're looking for a portable and powerful retro gaming device, it definitely delivers. While it has a few minor drawbacks, its performance and build quality make it a great choice for retro gaming enthusiasts. Now, thanks again to GeekGoo for supplying the device, and be sure to order yours from the links below. If you aren't interested in these devices, which one has your eye? Are you even interested in the micro emulator? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, I hope you all have a great day.